Ooh. Does it even work in this piece of shit? Oh, I just heard my voice for a second there and it was... Fuck. My voice sounds terrible.
This is the story of a man named
And
Stanley.
yeah, my PlayStation's Wi-Fi is shit again.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he
That's
was
annoying, I'm gonna have
employee
to
number
fix that.
427.
So I'm sorry if you're watching
Employee
this
number
and it's
427's
lagging like hell,
job
it's
was
because it's on my crap
He sat at his
PlayStation.
desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Sounds like Stanley to me.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm gonna have to end the stream eventually because I don't even know why I decided to stream on
Something very
this.
peculiar happened.
I could tell
Something
from
that would
seeing
forever
this
change Stanley.
lag.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Heard it up before.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's see if he reacts if I just decide not to move at all. Are you gonna react, narrator? You gonna? I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah blah blah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't think I'm gonna do that just because F you and you know. I'm gonna leave the bucket. Yes, I remember there. I remember there now. But I'm gonna do it traditionally.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yes,
and
this
Stanley
isn't
knew
the
it
correct way to the
perfectly
meeting
well.
room.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why am I
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Stanley,
I forgot the bucket.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Oh no,
sure
I didn't forget the bucket. I want to go this way.
Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. Really?
Bye.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really
I forgot I was able to crouch.
be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. I would We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know what we're looking for.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I don't want you to feel happy, mate.
No, wait. Where are you going?
What the hell is this?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll
What a
lose all of
shame.
this.
One second, people. I'm trying to do something on my
Please, no, Stanley,
account
let me
while playing
stay
the
here.
game.
Don't take this from me.
Yeah. One
Please,
second.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I am thinking about it.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now,
Huh.
please, no. What are
No
you doing,
C.
Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Let me just kill myself real quick. If it gets one more after this.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do
No.
that? Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yes.
You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Yes.
You're literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes. You read it very well.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
That should be fixed now. This is so slow.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm gonna get the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Oh, since I've done it before. Oh, I want to see that stuff again. I've not played this game in like a year.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing
None of this makes sense
ultra
now.
deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
I was facing the wrong way. Oh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the
I
new
can't do
territory
anything.
we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than
I'm
anything
sure it is.
scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
There's the bucket, which I already own. Everyone here, just take a screenshot. Right. There you go.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
What, do I never get new jumps? What's this way? Let me get a hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video game. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Whee!
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I'm gonna hit the bottom.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature
Did you
of the
now?
hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite
Is that
is
a
merely
tennis ball
philosophical in
in
nature.
chat?
It's more of a... Okay, well, good
That's
for
all
you.
cigarette
You found
butts.
the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
People
I'm
just
a
been
liar and
checking
a
them
cheat,
out.
and you're so clever. Look,
What's this?
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't
I
we
didn't
just
say
put
shit.
all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right
I
there.
do
Goes
like
on
holes
forever till the
really
end of
much.
time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
What if I don't want to?
Had enough? I'm
Nope.
positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
I am
If
back
this
in the hole.
starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth,
I like
I just can't
holes.
see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button
Yeah, I will.
when you're ready to
I
move
will.
on. Is the teleport button not working?
Just give me more
You sure?
jumps.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
I
I
guess
suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You
Bye.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care,
I'm in the
Stanley.
hole with
I
my
hope you and the
coffee
hole
mug.
have a
What says new
wonderful rest of
mug?
it.
I'm in the hole with every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. I'm in the hole with meeting at 2 p.m. for management. I've got another meeting at 2. I'm in the hole with cigarette butts. I'm in the hole with everything. It's just the two of us. We can make it to us if we try. And we're sinking. And we're sinking in the hole. 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 This is getting old. Whee! 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 Hands up, everyone. Whee! Whee! Oh, there. Oh, I've got the bucket with me. Taking a screenshot of it. That might make it good. That might make it a good thumbnail. I want the puppies. I'm getting close to the puppies. There we go.
Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake.
Oh,
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into
yeah, you ruined it.
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
I can't believe I fell asleep.
If I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole. From the
Could have
looks
at
of
least
things,
cleaned the
you
hole.
and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
I'm going back to the hole.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I've already done the collectible, so I can't do that again, sadly. I want to see what happens if I go back to the hole. Lock the damn door. So let's see what we have left. We've got the exit. We got... What's up here again?
Ah, I can see you've gotten
Oh,
the
there's an
Settings World
achievement
Champion
room.
trophy. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity?
I don't know.
I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
No.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I'm gonna blow up the bucket. Guys, you have to say goodbye. No, I'm gonna do this first. I'm doing this first. I
I'll
won't
be
kill the
honest,
bucket
I
yet.
haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
12th birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
You bloody man.
Well, someday it is.
Okay, I forgot I did that.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The second bucket. I need to be extra reinsured.
There are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket?
I don't know.
No. The warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh, Jesus.
Stanley! Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you.
Remember it blew
Stanley,
up, but I didn't realize it was a
the power of 2 buckets was too
flashbang.
much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to
Yeah,
you,
that
but
was
I
my
couldn't
man.
take the risk. I hope one day
No.
you can forgive me.
I will never forgive you. You could have destroyed one of them. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get on with my life now. Anyway, after that, we leave. So where's the exit? Because there's like nothing else interesting left here, so. This way's the exit. Hello, emoji 3 times.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But alright, have you seen everything you wanted to?
I
Ready
don't
to
know
move
what
on now?
Ultra Deluxe means. The fuck? Why is my monitoring system. There we go.
So, Stanley, what do you think?
Yes, it's
Do you
deluxe,
like all
but
of the new
ultra,
features?
but
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how
yeah,
exactly these features will come together as
this
one
is a fight
single
pit.
coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's
What
definitely
was
a
this bit
good
again?
game in
Oh
there
shit,
somewhere.
nothing.
Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay, let's see then.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Well, jump in circle sounds cool.
Well,
But you can't
I
jump.
mean, there's
They
potential
removed
here,
that.
right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Done
Let me
that
do a
trophy thing,
different
that's the
arrangement.
achievement. There's the infinite.
Okay,
Oh, the
yes,
infinite hole,
yes,
that's the
this
good
is
part.
much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
How did you get it worse?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted
This isn't
fans to
really a
love it.
sequel, it's
No
just a
matter how
console
good these
port.
gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well,
Whoa, it's me.
insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yeah.
Could it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous
I
title
already
screen.
regret going in
A
here because I
title
forgot how
screen
long
that
it
says
took to
with
get
bold
out.
and uncompromising conviction,
I just want to play the normal
this
game.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
And now we're right back at the start. We're literally in the minion here.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a...
Okay, we're not watching that again, I'm sorry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I
a
missed the
memo.
bucket.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I got my bucket, I got my bucket.
Still no one was here.
Tips for not getting
Stanley
fired.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more
Top
than ever.
list.
Perhaps his boss's office
And
was where
music
he
every day
found
without
answers.
exception. Oh, I was reading that. Where's... Oh, it's on the roof. I was going to say where's the projector, but it's right there. Hi, projector. I'm focusing on a projector. What does that say? It just says projector on it. Okay, I just wasted time.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Okay, fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay, can't go that way. New memory zone. Okay. I do not remember this. Contact from a long ago. This stuff that didn't make it into the console port? I don't know. Huh. Okay. This is a very rich toilet. Okay, goodbye. Person in my kit. Who I know. I can't get a good look at these photos. New content door. Content from a long time ago. That must be like content or something. I don't know. Did that open? Nope. What? Did I just get raided?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
I have no
Stanley
idea.
may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
I've not played this game in ages, so I don't remember the code.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
The one I'm at.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I wonder how I know this.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah, sheer luck.
The bucket knew all along? Was the
I can't see.
Him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
This is different. I remember something else here. I'm getting off track. Dark corner. I think if I remember, if I go up and down the lift, I get an ending. But I'm gonna solve it properly once. I'm gonna do it once. With the bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
No, which one's the door?
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring him.
Oh yeah, thanks for the raid whoever did it. The PTW 15.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I'll go this way. I wonder what the light bulb button does. Okay, you do it, bucket. Okay, I can actually push up the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I forgot what I was doing. I lost cameras.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I would never.
Everyone in the office was being
what happened to him? He got fired.
Monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears.
I want to see the file.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring
what number was it? It'd be 601 got fired. Was I 420 or something? My number. I think one of those is my office, I don't know. And here's the final button. The lift button.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in
I don't know.
place?
I'm not a bucket.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Yeah, I don't have friends.
He could trust no one except
only PTW who raided me and the bucket. They're my only friends.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for
A
good.
choice.
Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Ha ha ha, bucket. Ha ha ha. My monotone voice, as some people say it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped
How
in and
dare
pressed
you,
the
bucket.
button to turn on the controls.
How
Stanley
dare you.
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
How dare you, bucket.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Then why would it say mind
The
control?
mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Of course you want to hide that. Silly birds is a very illegal thing.
Genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place.
As one would do.
Through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Oh, England.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Oh. Do I not get permanent happiness? Do you guys want a proper ending, or do you guys want a silly ending next? Because I could do either.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Should I take the bucket? Sorry, bucket. You're not original. You're added content.
When Stanley came to a set of
I'm going this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
I knew it well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
I
lounge
don't.
first, just to admire it.
I hate it.
Wow.
Wow, this is ugly.
This room. What but eager to
I
get back
need
to
more
business,
flavor
Stanley
in
took
my
the
voice.
first open door on
La
his
la la
left.
la 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 la
And so he
la
detoured
la
through
la
the
la
maintenance
la.
section, walked straight ahead
Down.
to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Whoopsie daisy.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was
Because
I
it
thinking?
is.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on?
It's here, isn't it? I think. There's blood on the floor.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, I guessed the wrong one. Wait, what? There's a one here, but then. Yeah, that's just logic. You know, my fault. I'm not smart.
No. This isn't right at all.
We're
You're
back
not supposed
here.
to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay. We just.
Guys, don't look.
back to,
Don't look.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I can't remember if something
Stanley decided to go to
happens.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had
The
simply
bucket's
missed
not
a memo.
here. That's worrying.
When Stanley...
Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted.
Okay, this is
definitely
perfectly normal.
restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Exactly.
Right here just a minute ago.
You're so
I know
common
for
sense
sure
now,
that it's
yeah.
here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Okay.
Let's find the story.
I think it's this way. This is very awkward and silent. Is this the story? This is. Oh, no, this ain't the story. I thought I found the story. Someone made a mess here.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
How was I back in the grave room like
there was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, I'm going to.
Unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
I had to do a
Okay,
whip.
let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket's still not
Perhaps he
here.
had simply missed a memo.
I didn't miss a memo. We already captured that already. And the new content. It's also gone. There's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
No, you're not.
It's possible
I
the
messed
story
up.
is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I'm sure that'll fix it, narrator. I'm sure of it.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is where you bring someone to get
Well, I'll be
murdered.
honest, I don't
What the
recognize
hell?
this place at all. Is this the story?
No, this
think
is
so.
not the story.
I can't quite recall, but I believe
Begin the game. I just
my
want to see
story
what the
took place
menu
in an
was.
office building. Is that correct? Do you
The
remember,
door's
Stanley?
gone.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work,
I
and
did.
it really paid off. So, good job.
Guys, you hear that? I'm a winner.
No,
And you guys all lost.
I don't
You guys
feel
all
right
lost.
about this
You
at
heard
all.
that?
We both know you
He
didn't
said
put
that, not
in any
me.
actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square,
I
and
did.
this was not one of those
I did.
situations.
How
Okay?
dare you?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this
I
time.
think I'm gonna get murdered
I
here.
have to restart.
Oh, paint. Oh, I was gonna drink the damn paint. Why wouldn't you let
All
me
right,
drink the
I've
damn
got a
paint?
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure line.
Oh yeah?
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'm not gonna follow.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. Oh. You hurt my feels. My feelings.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over
Okay,
in this
I'll
direction.
follow.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Shut up,
implying a
man.
journey such that a
Oh, I
destination
can't
is
follow
inevitably
that.
conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
What the?
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well,
What?
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
What?
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. I can really feel it. Yeah.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I'll count the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I'm bored.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No,
Follow the line.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay, that goes back to the start. I wanted to check.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I might post this on YouTube. I know it's very boring. I've barely talked.
You know
but...
what, Stanley? I
Oh,
say forget
just shut the door in my face. That's just rude. I'm just split into two parts, right? You know.
Why can't we make up
I was
our own
talking.
Story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, okay. I wanted to follow the line, but okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Drugs.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I thought it was a fake. It ain't a fake.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Yeah.
Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
Since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Yep.
You're telling me...
Get confused.
It's all one giant ending?
Yeah.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
Where are we?
determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Keep on going.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
No.
So, okay.
Oh, both doors are the same.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I wouldn't.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What was that noise? Sorry, but that just took me off guard. It was like a truck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Yes. I did enter the door.
There was not a single person here either.
Correct.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, this is the same about the bucket. Oh. Okay. Same place.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Shut up.
He relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm just doing what I did before to see what happens. But without the bucket.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Nope.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.